Hello, in today's video, we shall learn in detail about amoeba. By the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding about its internal structure, mode of locomotion, nutrition, and reproduction. Let us begin with the salient features of amoeba. Amoeba is a free-living, microscopic, irregular, unicellular organism. It is a member of phylum Protozoa. It is eukaryotic and heterotrophic, living in freshwater, pond, or in places where plenty of decaying organic matter is present. The amoeba has an irregular body which changes its shape due to the formation of blunt projections from the surface of the body known as pseudopodia or lobopodia. Pseudopodia help the organism to move about from one place to another. Amoeba shows amoeboid movement due to the cytoplasmic streaming by the interaction of actin and myosin protein filaments. The body of amoeba consists of three basic parts: the plasma membrane, the nucleus, and the cytoplasm, with several organelles like contractile vacuole, food vacuoles, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, and cellular inclusions like water globules, fat globules, and crystals. The thin, delicate double-layered membrane is made up of protein and lipid molecules. Amoeba consumes food by phagocytosis, and its mode of nutrition is holozoic. Respiration takes place through the body surface. Contractile vacuole helps in the osmoregulatory and excretory activities of the organism. Food vacuoles are responsible for the digestion and processing of food. Amoeba reproduces asexually by binary fission. During adverse conditions, many amoebae survive by encystment. It possesses a great power of regeneration. By the way, if you're getting some value out of this video, please like and share this video so that all of us can learn, unlearn, and relearn together. Also, please consider subscribing the channel and press the bell icon to get instant notification of all the upcoming videos. Next, let us study the internal structure of amoeba. Cell wall is absent in amoeba, but the body is made up of plasma membrane, nucleus, and cytoplasm. There is an outer elastic layer, the plasma membrane or plasma lemma, and below it is a hyaline layer whose thickness vary in different regions of the body. The thin, delicate plasma lemma keeps the protoplasm intact and helps to regulate the exchange of materials like oxygen, carbon dioxide, and water between the protoplasm of the cell and the surrounding medium. It contains scattered granules which show Brownian movement. The protoplasm consists of a nucleus in the center, which is surrounded by the cytoplasm. The nucleus is a prominent, highly granular, biconvex disc in young amoebae, while it is folded and convoluted in the older ones. The nuclear membrane is double-layered with pores that allow exchange of substances like RNA and proteins between the nucleus and the cytoplasm. Within the nuclear membrane is a semi-fluid substance called the nucleoplasm, which contains a network of chromatin fibers. These chromatin fibers are made up of DNA and proteins. During reproduction, the chromatin fibers condense to form the chromosomes. A dense, round, distinct nucleolus is also present, which is responsible for the synthesis of ribosomal RNA. The nucleus governs all aspects of the organism's life. It is responsible for building proteins and regulating all the cellular activities. It regulates all metabolic activities like respiration, digestion, and excretion. It takes part in asexual reproduction by binary fission, ensuring that the daughter amoebae receive identical genetic material. The nucleus is highly organized and ensures survival, growth, and reproduction of the organism. The cytoplasm of amoeba is a dense mass inside the plasma lemma containing several organelles. It is divided into two regions, the ectoplasm and the endoplasm. Ectoplasm is the outermost layer of the cell found beneath the plasma lemma. It is non-granular, thin, gel-like, clean, transparent hyaline layer, slightly thickened at the tips of the pseudopodia. Ectoplasm maintains the shape of the cell and helps in the formation of pseudopodia. Endoplasm is the granular central mass which is found in two colloidal states, outer plasma gel below the ectoplasm and inner more fluid plasma sol which shows streaming movement allowing the cell to move and engulf food by a process called phagocytosis. Endoplasm contains the nucleus as well as several organelles like contractile vacuole, food vacuoles, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, fat globules, and crystals. Contractile vacuole is an essential organelle that helps in the osmoregulatory and excretory activities of the organism. It is a spherical body within the cytoplasm filled with watery fluid. It contracts and disappears from time to time at regular intervals. Food vacuoles are organelles responsible for the digestion and processing of food. They are spherical in shape and are found scattered in the endoplasm. Their number and size vary depending on the amount of food that the amoeba has digested. Golgi apparatus consists of small tubules and vesicles which help in the secretion. Proteins and lipids synthesized by the endoplasmic reticulum are processed and packaged by the Golgi apparatus. Mitochondria are the storehouse of energy. Cristae present in the mitochondria take part in respiration and generate energy which is used for various activities of the cell. Lysosomes are small membrane-bound sacs which help in the digestion of food as they are filled with digestive enzymes. They help to break down waste material, cellular debris, and various biological molecules. They act as amoeba's internal immune system by digesting harmful invaders like bacteria and virus. When amoeba's any part gets damaged, lysosomes break it by a process called autophagy. The endoplasmic reticulum is a network of membrane present in the cytoplasm of amoeba. It supports protein and lipid production, transport, and cell maintenance. Crystals in amoeba are inorganic or organic substances formed within the cytoplasm. They may assist in excretion, osmoregulation, and storage. They are the metabolic waste of fecal substances produced during metabolism. Some crystals help to maintain ion balance, while some others may temporarily store essential minerals needed for cellular processes. Fat globules are small, round droplets of stored fats or lipids which are found floating in the cytoplasm of amoeba. They act as energy storage, and during starvation, these globules are broken down to release energy. Water globules are small droplets of water which may contain salts or some dissolved substances. They are also found floating in the cytoplasm. Next, let us learn about the various physiological activities taking place in the cell of amoeba. First, let us learn about locomotion. Amoeba shows crawling movement called amoeboid movement, which takes place by the formation of finger-like projections called pseudopodia. This movement involves a process called sol-gel transformation within the cytoplasm. At the leading edge of amoeba, plasma gel changes into plasma sol and becomes thinner and softer. This allows the cytoplasm to flow forward and form a pseudopodium. At the trailing end, plasma sol changes back to plasma gel, enabling the rest of the cell to move forward. The posterior end contracts, causing a hydraulic pressure on the sol. Sol pushes forward, develops an outward bulge which steadily elongates and forms pseudopodia, due to which the amoeba slowly changes its position and shape. This cytoplasmic movement within a cell is known as cyclosis or cytoplasmic streaming. Next physiological activity is nutrition. Amoeba feeds by phagocytosis, and its mode of nutrition is holozoic. They feed on bacteria and protozoans. The different steps involved are ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. Food is captured by means of pseudopodia. The amoeba forms a cup-shaped structure and surrounds the food. It takes in droplets of water along with the food particle and engulfs it, forming a food vacuole. This is known as phagocytosis. Digestion takes place in the food vacuole, which contains several digestive enzymes like amylase, lipase, and proteases. These enzymes break down the insoluble large food molecules into soluble molecules. The digested food passes through the membrane of food vacuole and is absorbed in the cytoplasm by diffusion. The energy obtained from food is used for growth and development of amoeba and is known as assimilation. Elimination of undigested food occurs at the hind end of the animal. Plasma lemma ruptures and the waste is removed by exocytosis. In amoeba, respiration occurs through diffusion across the cell membrane. Partial pressure of diffused oxygen in surrounding water is more than that in the body, so oxygen diffuses into the cell. Oxygen helps in the breakdown of food with the release of carbon dioxide and energy. Carbon dioxide in the body has a greater partial pressure than the surrounding water, so carbon dioxide diffuses out of the body. Respiration in amoeba is aerobic. Growth in amoeba takes place through a process called cellular growth and division. It grows in size by forming new protoplasm with the help of nutrients absorbed from its surrounding. Amoeba metabolize the nutrients to produce energy for their growth and to maintain cellular functions. When the size of amoeba increases considerably, it divides into two identical daughter cells, thus facilitating population growth. Next is excretion. Elimination of waste materials from the body takes place through diffusion with the help of contractile vacuole or body surface. The waste products like ammonia and carbon dioxide diffuse from the cell membrane into the surrounding water. Contractile vacuole collects the waste products and excess water from the cytoplasm. The vacuole fuses with the cell membrane and releases the waste into the surrounding water. In this way, contractile vacuole removes waste material from the body and also maintains the cell's water balance. Osmoregulation is achieved through contractile vacuole, which helps to maintain a stable internal environment. It keeps the water content of cell constant by collecting and expelling the excess water from the cytoplasm. Due to higher concentration of solutes within the cytoplasm compared to the surrounding environment, amoeba absorbs water through endosmosis. The contractile vacuole collects excess water and repels it outside through the cell membrane. Irritability refers to the ability of an organism to respond to stimuli in its environment. Amoeba lacks nervous system and sense organs, but has the power to respond to external stimuli like light, temperature, chemicals, and physical contact. It moves away from bright light, harmful chemicals, extreme temperature, and quickly reacts to touch. Encystment is a survival mechanism during adverse conditions. Amoeba withdraws its pseudopodia and becomes spherical. It secretes a protective, thick, multi-layered cyst wall around itself and becomes dormant. Within the cyst, the amoeba can undergo division multiple times to produce multiple amebulae. During favorable condition, the cyst ruptures, amoebae emerge from the cyst and resume its active life. Encystment enables amoeba to tide over periods of drought and find new locations when the cysts are blown by wind. Finally, let us learn about asexual reproduction in amoeba. Asexual reproduction by binary fission takes place during favorable conditions and by multiple fission during unfavorable conditions. During favorable condition, amoeba reproduces by binary fission. After the amoeba has grown to a considerable size, it withdraws its pseudopodia and becomes spherical in shape. Duplication of genetic material takes place. The nucleus elongates and divides into two a process known as karyokinesis, followed by the division of cytoplasm, which is known as cytokinesis. The above process gives rise to two genetically identical daughter cells. During unfavorable condition, amoeba reproduces by multiple fission. The amoeba forms a protective covering called cyst around itself. Multiple nuclear divisions take place within the cyst. Each nucleus is enclosed by a small portion of cytoplasm. During favorable condition, the cyst breaks and numerous amoebulae are released. So today, we have learnt in detail about the structure of amoeba, its mode of locomotion, nutrition, and reproduction. I have some practice questions for you. Please share your answers in the comment section below. You can pause the video and write down the questions if you like. Thank you so much for your time and participation. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider subscribing the channel and press the bell icon to get instant notification of all the upcoming videos. Also, if you want to discuss any particular topic in biology, please mention that in the comments section below. I'll see you there. Goodbye. All the best.